Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is another edition of candle reviews. So let's get started. Most of these are Bath & Body Works. I have one Better Homes and Gardens, and I have a couple Goose Creek and one Kringle. So a little bit of everything. But in honor of Candle Day at Bath & Body Works and Yankee Candle, and I think there's another one, the Goose Creek maybe, that does Candle Day. I thought I would, talk about these candles. Some of these are fall scents, some are holiday scents, some are anytime scents. So let's get started. First one of my favorite candles ever. This is Blueberry Pie from Bath & Body Works or White Barn. If you're watching this video, you already know that White Barn is a Bath & Body Works company, and some stores throughout the country have a White Barn right next to the Bath & Body Works store. In Utah here at one of our larger malls, Fashion Place, my favorite mall, but it's a good thing it's over an hour away, so I can't go there very often. They have a beautiful White Barn and a beautiful Bath & Body Works. So, Blueberry Pie, where can I start? First of all, I love this jar. I love the ombre effect of it. I like the simplicity of the white label. The notes of this are juicy blueberries, flaky crust, sugar crystals. So, this is so strong. Throws a 10 out of a 10. Whenever this comes back, whenever they bring it back, snag it if you like heavy bakery, especially blueberry. You have to like blueberry, obviously. There are several wax vendors that have a dupe for this, and they're pretty good. But this candle, I burnt most of it, and then I finished this in my candle crock down in my kitchen. What I do is I have a candle going in my crock, and then I melt in my warmers a complimentary blend. So this one, I definitely get blueberry with pie crust with a little bit of extra sweetness from that extra sugar. So this one is good. I need to get some of these candles out of here. I just throw these in the garbage. I know that's probably not the best for the environment, but I don't know what to do with them. And, they're all, even the wax that's left in here, they're warmed and the oils are gone. So I just throw them in the garbage. And I can't repurpose all the jars, so that's just what I do personally. This next one is Pineapple Mango. I've had this one for several years. I really think I got this during a semi-annual sale, or I don't remember when I bought this one, actually. Notes of this are fresh pineapple juice, mango, and vine-ripened raspberry. This one is nice. It's a nice, tropical, fruity, juicy pineapple blend. I love it. I definitely get the sweetness of the mango. Mango is a little creamy to my nose, that juicy creaminess, and I definitely get a little bit of that fresh raspberry. I do like this one. This one performed okay. I mean, of course, I burnt most of it, half of it, I should say. And I threw it in my warmer, and it performed okay. It wasn't incredible, but this one, I don't know if I would repurchase this just because the performance wasn't that great. Blueberry Pie, I would definitely rebuy. This one, I'm not so sure. Next, this is Better Homes and Gardens. I've had this one for a while. This is Spicy Cinnamon Stick. Now, I don't really care for straight spicy cinnamon, but sometimes in the Christmas time or winter time, I will have something spicy cinnamon going that I warm or burn with pine, with orange or citrus, with peppermint even. Something has to complement. I just don't like straight spicy cinnamon. Notes on here: the scent of freshly ground cinnamon sticks embellished with pure notes of crushed clove, sweet nutmeg, and a sprinkle of festive allspice. That's this one. This came from Walmart. I'm not quite sure. I think they still have these frosted jars there. I don't buy too much Walmart candles or wax anymore, just because I really prefer vendor. But I did get this this past, well, let me think. when I could still drive a few weeks ago, I went to Walmart. My keyboard on my computer, my wireless keyboard just died right in the middle of a sentence. It was so weird. So I had to go get a new one at Walmart. And I happened to be in that department, the candle department, and these frosted jars were on sale for $6, I think. So I think they're still this size. This is a 12 ounce. I think they're still that size. I have them in my closet. I haven't used them yet. So I think they still have these. So this one, this is very heavy cinnamon and clove. I mean, there really isn't much to this. It's spicy cinnamon and clove and allspice and nutmeg and clove. And this is pretty simple to describe. This one, it performed okay. It did its purpose. I wouldn't buy this again just because I'm not so crazy anymore about the Better Homes and Gardens candles, but I mean, they do serve their purpose as a complimentary scent going in the warmer. So that's why I did pick up those 3 at Walmart a few weeks ago. So next is White Barn Sun Washed Citrus. Now this candle I've had a few years. This is Sorrento lemons, citron, and agave nectar. I've had this for a few years. Bath & Body Works likes to release this scent randomly, and they like to release it in, sometimes, you know, they do their limited edition. I think last year, for Pride Month in June, I think they had Sunwash Citrus as that scent, and maybe another one. But I've noticed Sunwash Citrus comes back randomly. And I will say, this one, I am tired of this scent. Frankly, because it's used all the time. It's just, I mean, it's a great citrus scent. Don't get me wrong. I personally, I'm tired of it. I want something different. You know, I love a good lemon, but you know, put something else in here. Give me a little variety, or you know, have a sun-washed citrus with blueberry, or a sun-washed citrus with raspberry, or a cranberry, or you know, do something a little bit different. And that's just my opinion. I know this is a popular scent. I've even seen it compared to Capri Blue, and that's great. But I am just tired of this scent. Performance-wise, this is strong. It does perform well. It burns nicely. I didn't burn as much as this one as I had the other ones. It burns nicely, but I had a wick situation anyways, puny wicks. So this one was destined for the warmer anyways. I put this one in the warmer. It lasted for a few days, and that was it. It served its purpose. This one I wouldn't buy again just because I'm tired of the fragrance. Okay. Next, pumpkin clove. I love pumpkin clove. I have several of these. This one. Clove buds, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, and pumpkin. This is pretty self-explanatory. This reminds me of sweet cinnamon pumpkin without heavy cinnamon. Because there is a little bit of cinnamon in this, but it's not as heavy as the sweet, what is it called? Sweet cinnamon pumpkin. Oh man, that's embarrassing. You know, you kind of, I think a lot of us can relate to losing, sweet cinnamon pumpkin, that's what it is. We can relate to, you know, losing our thought process in the middle of a sentence, and I hate when it happens, but it happens. But the sweet cinnamon pumpkin has more cinnamon in it, and I've seen a lot of you say you don't really like sweet cinnamon pumpkin because it is too heavy on the spice. And I can see where you guys think that. I personally love sweet cinnamon pumpkin. It's been a scent I've been buying probably since it's been released. It's been out for over 20 years, I think. It's staple. It's not going anywhere. It's just fall. So this one performs well. This particular one, what year was this one? I think this was 2019, to tell you the truth. This was 2019, I'm pretty sure. This year, this particular wrap, I had another one, and it was kind of had poor wick in it. Poor wick situation. Puny, I really had to cotton ball it. I had to baby it, and I hate when that happens to a candle. I used that one before I had my candle crock. So that served the purpose for this too. So as you can see, I burned half of it and I finished it in my crock. This is a nice pumpkin scent. It screams fall. It's nice, it's refreshing, it complements, you know, other scents you have going. You can also use this with bakery. This is nice. It's like pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, basically. Next, another pie. Warm apple pie. This one is, I think this, what year was this one? I don't remember what year this one is. Looking at the bottom here, I don't know if this is 2019 or not, but this is baked Granny Smith apple, melted brown sugar, and flaky homemade crust. Honest opinion on this did not perform very well at all. It's very weak. It smells on cold like it would be strong. But my experience with this one, this sucked. It smells nice, but did not throw at all. I was unhappy with this one. I only bought one this year. I mean, the year that I bought this. I haven't bought this candle since. Just because I was so disappointed in this. I put it in my warmer, you know, a month or two ago, and it served its purpose. I could smell that spiced apple. But other than that, it was just not, it was overall just not what I was looking for, and I was disappointed. It does, I mean, you can smell the sweetness of the brown sugar. You can smell the pie crust. You can smell that apple filling with the cinnamon, that, you know, what an apple pie smells like. Now I want to make an apple pie. But I wish this performed better. And this lid here too. I like this lid. I think they brought this lid back this year, if I'm not mistaken, or last year. Some of these other lids, I forgot to show you the lids, but a couple of them are just, you know, the simple silver, and then a couple of them are embossed with something. But okay, next is Ghost Treats, Goose Creek. I forgot to look up on the website what the notes are for this, but when I bought this a few years ago, I don't even know if they do these tumbler jars anymore. I don't buy from Goose Creek anymore, except for a couple select scents, and very, very, very sparingly. I made a Goose Creek order a couple of weeks ago just to grab a couple of, what is it called? I'm sitting right here. I think Winter Splendor, I think it's what it's called. I made an exception and I bought a couple of those. But I have broken up with Goose Creek just because of performance, too many duds, and just overall just not happy anymore with them. But this one here, when I bought this, I had seen many people on Facebook, or even on their page. I mean, I know that they're very selective with what reviews they allow on their page. But people had said this was compared to Pumpkin Peanut Brittle from Bath & Body Works back at the time. So this one, it has a peanut brittle feel to it. Is it Pumpkin Peanut Brittle to my nose? No. Pumpkin Peanut Brittle from Bath & Body Works has it's a little bit more rich. It has a little bit more peanut scent to it. But that being said, this is a peanut, this is a peanut brittle rendition. I don't know if there's a little bit of marshmallow in here, but it's not Bath & Body Works. But this I liked. I, you know, melted half of this candle. I had it going in my guest bathroom. I've had this one for a couple of years, this candle. I put it in my warmer downstairs in October, and I had it going with just bakery stuff, and I really couldn't tell where this started and the other wax I was melting, you know, started. Everything blended together just beautifully. But this one, I would buy this again. It's pretty good. It performs well. It's a nice throw. If you're looking for a really rich a peanut brittle, I would try the Bath & Body Works version, because to my nose it's a little bit richer than this, but this is good too. I hope that makes sense. Okay, next is Bath & Body Works Cinnamon Ginger Snap. I love this one. This one I think is from, I think this is 2020. I think this one was COVID year. So this one, I love ginger snaps. If you watched one of my other videos when I was talking about gingerbread, I love ginger snaps. Ginger snaps are my favorite cookie. The notes on here are gingerbread spice, homemade marshmallow, and vanilla bean. I don't think this candle came out last year. They didn't bring it back. but I only bought one of these. This was my unicorn for this. Only one. I melted, you can see it's a luminary jar. I burned down to here, and then I put the rest of it in my candle crock downstairs. So this one, it is basically, it's gingerbread. It has if you've ever made gingerbread or ginger snaps, you can have less potent spice gingerbread than others. You can control the ginger that's in there. You can control the clove. You can control even the molasses, which gives a richness to the dough and the batters. This, to me, it is more spice than bakery. Yes, there's the cookie part to it. But in my opinion, this could use a little bit more of the marshmallow to tone that spice down a little bit. But that being said, this performed well, probably a 7 out of a 10. It burnt well. I didn't have any wick issues. I mean, of course, now when you put it in your warmer, the wicks get messed up. But when I was lighting this, didn't have any wick issues. It was consistent. It lasted a while. It lingered after I blew the candle out. This one I would buy again if they bring this back. That's a nice ginger one. Okay, next I have a Goose Creek one. This is freshly baked bread. I love this. This one reminds me of French baguette from Bath & Body Works, which I bought one of yesterday. I love French baguette. It's such a good one. But this one, I don't know if this is one that they still carry or if it's discontinued. This smells like hot, fresh, piping rolls or bread with melted butter slathered all over it, hot from the oven. That's what this smells like. It's all there is to it. It's incredible. I love this. I could eat this candle. It is so good. I usually make Thanksgiving morning Rhodes rolls, you know, the frozen dough. I usually make that, and then I slather butter on top when it comes out of the oven, and those are my rolls. I didn't make them this year because, you know, I couldn't do anything on Thanksgiving. But Christmas, I might do that. This is just like that. This is that bread and butter. So scrumptious. 10 out of a 10. Definite repurchase. Love this one. Next, this one, cherry cheesecake from Bath & Body Works. This is 2019, I'm pretty sure. I am in love with this jar. I had another one of these that I did in my last candle review video. It takes me a few months to do candle review videos because I don't use them quite as much as I should, and I'm always just, you know, melting wax. That's my preference. I had blueberry sugar in this jar. I don't like blueberry sugar. It's too artificial candy to my nose. But I decided to buy this one because this was before I'm not really a cheesecake wax person. It's too sour for me. And if it's blended right and it has enough other stuff going on in the blend, I can handle cheesecake. But this one, to me, honestly, this kind of smells plastic. It smells plastic to me. And I gave it ample chances. You can see how far down I burnt the candle before I put it in my warmer. Like I said, I've had this candle for 3 seasons. I gave it a chance. I even took it to work and had my coworkers smell it and asked them, do you smell cherry? Do you smell cheesecake? Do you smell graham cracker? Everybody thought it smelled weird and it smelled like plastic. That's my opinion, and I didn't prompt them with that either. So the notes on this are creamy vanilla, juicy red cherries, and graham cracker crust. Now, I know there's plenty of you out there when this, where's the front? There it is. When this candle was out, you loved it, and I'm happy that this one brought you joy. And if this was brought back, I'm sure people would love it. But for me, the cheesecake is just too sour, and the cherry is too plastic to me. It threw well. It performed well. I just did not care for the scent. I didn't want to throw it away because I love this jar, and I love this lid. I love the melted snow lid, and I might keep this jar. repurpose this one. I do red and white in my kitchen, so that's why I think I might keep this jar. So that's that one. Next is a Walmart candle, great value candle at that. Pumpkin waffles. This is the pumpkin pecan waffles dupe from Great Value, Walmart. On the bottom, it's described as hot from the griddle. Apple, pumpkin, and almond are layered with caramel, maple, praline, and vanilla for a mouth-watering experience. Topped with brown sugar for an extra sprinkle of yum. I don't get apple. I definitely don't get maple. I can see caramel, I can see praline, I can see pumpkin, I can see almond, but I don't get apple from this. Is it an exact dupe for Bath & Body Works pumpkin pecan waffles? No. I had this on my warmer. This, for being, I think I have several of these from the last several seasons. The label doesn't change every year. It's the same. This one, I think I bought this year. And I think they increased the price up to 4 something or 5 something. I can't remember. For as cheap of a candle as this is an incredible candle. I've had other of the Great Value candles, and they're pretty good too. You know, I mean, they're pretty quality for the price that you pay. Excuse me. I had this in my warmer. I never lit it. You know, the wicks are, actually, you know, I'm lying. I have one that I never, I have a Walmart one I never lit. I got it confused with this one. I lit this a few times, of course, you can see. And I just decided to put it in my warmer because I didn't want to deal with lighting a candle at the time. I came downstairs and I wondered, what is that smell? It smells so good. And I forgot that I put this in my warmer. So this does throw well. When I lit it, it did throw well. I just didn't want to deal with lighting a candle anymore. I put it in my warmer. This lasted for multiple days. I'm pretty sure 3 days, being on for 24 hours. Sometimes I turn my candle crock off at night. Sometimes I forget and I leave it on. But then when I come downstairs in the morning, it really gives me a really good feel for how this candle performs. So, I mean, in the candle warmer, of course. This, I would buy again. I have multiples of this. If you're on a budget, a tight budget, and you really want something that's like pumpkin pecan waffles, but you can't really justify the candle prices, or, you know, you're mad at Bath & Body Works because some of their candles are duds, or they're not like they used to be, whatever reason. I mean, I feel that way too about some of their blends. Give this one a try. You won't be disappointed. It's pretty good for the price. Okay. Next, this is Village Candle. This is white pumpkin spice. Now, this one is from TJ Maxx. I did a little bit of fall shopping earlier this season in August or September at TJ Maxx for some candles. And my mom actually picked this one out. I have never had Village Candle before. I stopped buying candles at TJ Maxx years ago just because I had found Bath & Body Works and I liked other stuff, and frankly, most of the ones I get from TJ Maxx are poor performers and duds and cheap. This one I lit once. The wicks right here. The wicks are right here. I had it in my Hurricane downstairs. I could not smell it. I put it in my warmer to see, you know, let this whole jar warm up. It takes a while to do that. I could smell slight spice in the air. This, if you have ever smelled white pumpkin from Bath & Body Works, it's a cousin to that. It has those same creamy spices to it, and it's not pumpkin pie, but it's got pumpkin spice to it. This was a poor performer. It did not last very long at all, maybe a day, and I had to be right up on it or in the close vicinity to smell it. So for the $12.99, I have another one that was $10. For the $12.99 I spent on this, I should have lit my money on fire, because this was bad. I know there's a lot of you out there that really get good performance from Village Candle and from the DW Home and whatever else they sell at TJ Maxx. I know that they have Homeworks, you know, Harry Slatkin, and those are pretty good performers, so I'm not talking really about those. I'm talking more about this brand and the cheaper ones. This one I would not buy again. I was highly disappointed with this, but that's my honest review of this one. Next, this one's very good. Very popular too. Goose Creek Trick or Treat. And yes, this is one of the large jars that they quit making this year. This is the Halloween, of course, the Halloween large jars. I have a backup of this jar, and I have 2 3 wicks that I bought earlier this year. I told you there's a few select scents from Goose Creek that I will make an exception for. The notes for Trick or Treat here. Apple, pear, graham cracker, pumpkin, apple cider, milk chocolate, and vanilla. So what this smells like to me is it smells like graham cracker, but it smells like if you took apple and you took a bunch of chocolate, or how other people describe it is opening up a bag of the trick-or-treat candy, or putting your nose in a bag of candy, or putting an apple in, a piece of fruit, graham crackers, whatever, in your kids' trick-or-treat buckets or pillowcases or whatever you want to, whatever. This smells like a candy bag. It really does. And I'm not a chocolate person for wax. I stay away from blends that have a lot of chocolate in it. But when I bought this a few years ago, I made an exception to try this. Even though it did have chocolate in it, I thought, you know, I know this is so popular, I'm going to give it a try, and it's different. It's unique. It's addictive. This is a very good performer. I will say with Goose Creek, some of the candles and some of the scents, in my opinion, take a long time to cure. And I mean, I think this is paraffin wax in here. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it says on the bottom here. But my experience is the longer you have this candle, the better it performs. This candle is several years old. I want to say maybe 2019. Yeah, I think it doesn't have on the bottom here, but I think this is 2019, maybe 2020. I can't remember. But this candle is just as strong as it was a couple of months after I bought it. It's very unique. You kind of have to smell it to see for yourself what the experience is and why people keep coming back for more. This candle sells out every year, you know, this blend. So if you want to try it next year, if you think it's something you'll like, or if you're a repeat buyer, I'm happy you found it, because it's a good one. It really is. Getting down to the end here, I have another candle called Trick or Treat. This is from Kringle. Kringle. I was introduced to Kringle candles this year, and I got a few things for Halloween, and these were on sale, and I made a small order, and I got some wax melts, and I grabbed this because I'm trying to experiment with chocolate and wax. I'm giving it a try. I don't care for it. Nothing has struck my fancy quite yet with chocolate wax, but I'm trying. Kringle, being a new to me brand, I thought I would give their Trick or Treat a try. The notes of this one are orange, coconut, nuts, chocolate, rum, patchouli, amber, sandalwood, cedar, and musk. And why I like this one is because it just isn't just straight chocolate and something else. It's got a lot of spices in it. It has a little bit of earthiness from the patchouli and the sandalwood. It's got a little bit going on. So this one, excuse me, never lit this one. This one exclusively 100% on my warmer. This threw like a madman for 2 days. I left it on the first day, 24 hours a day. Then I turned it off and I had it going for another 24 hours. But I didn't have it going for a second day straight. I turned it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on for equivalent of another day. So this is nice. This is a different type of trick-or-treat and a different chocolate than the Goose Creek version is. This has more of substance to it, if that makes sense. I get a little bit of the coconut, a little bit of the orange, a lot of the chocolate. And I get a hint of amber. Amber makes everything better. And it complements all the other stuff in here very, very well, in my opinion. So, would I buy this again? Yes, because it's a unique fragrance and because it performs very, very well. I can't attest to how it is lit because I didn't light it, but it is a great performer in a candle crock. There's that one. Two more. Goose Creek Candy Cottage. This one I've had for a few years too. I lit this one a couple of times and then I put it in my warmer. This scent notes are sugared gumdrops, berries, cotton candy, raspberry sorbet, sugar, and vanilla. So very sweet, very cloyingly sweet, very berry, very sugary. This one, it is exactly gumdrops and berries and raspberry and sugar. It's very sweet. It's pretty. It's not a perfume. I wouldn't say this is perfumey. It's more candy sweet. It's too sweet for me. I am not a cotton candy person in wax. It's okay as a little bit of touch, but these really sweet blends, I'm not in love with them. I mean, they're okay, but I know that a lot of you like this sweet candy smell. On that token, I put this in my warmer. It performed very well. I could smell that sweet candy in the air for a few days. And I had this on 24 hours. I didn't turn it off. This, I wouldn't buy again just because this is not my favorite scent, but it did serve its purpose. It threw well. It performed well. When I lit it, it didn't have any wick problems. It was fine. So that's this one. I have one more. Goose Creek Strawberry Pound Cake. I never lit this candle either. This one is self-explanatory. It is, I think, it's just, I don't know if it's angel food cake or pound cake with strawberry frosting on it. And I love strawberry. I'm not a strawberry pound cake person, but I was willing to give their strawberry a try. I've had this for a few years too. It's okay. It's just like any other strawberry pound cake. There wasn't anything that really set it apart or stood out from any other brand that has a strawberry pound cake version. It's okay. But it threw well. It complemented what I had going. I had other strawberry stuff going in the kitchen at the time. And my warmer's in my kitchen. I think I mentioned that. Would I buy it again? No, just because I'm not a strawberry pound cake person. But if I was, this would be a good one to rebuy because it was consistently, it threw well for several days. It didn't have any, I mean, I can't attest to how these wicks burned, but I bought it the same time as I did this. So they probably, if I had to guess, probably would perform the same well wick-wise, but you know, that's just my guess. This one, probably like a 7 out of a 10 strength-wise in my opinion. So there's that one. That's this batch of candles. I will start working on another batch of candles to do in a couple of months or so. I'm going to try to do strictly holiday ones. I did have a small order from Candle Day from Bath & Body Works, and I don't know when I'll get around to using those, but I have a large candle closet, so I've got plenty to choose from. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good